From Eyewitness News, this is Indiana Insiders.
Good morning on this game day as the Colts host the New England Patriots, but we're here to talk politics. And for those of you who don't know, we're in the midst of a race for mayor of Indianapolis, and yet the races for council may be even more interesting. Joining me to talk about these issues and more, Democrat Robin Winston and Republican Jennifer Ping, who's sitting in this weekend for Peter Rustoven. Jennifer, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Kevin.
And Robin, ladies first, as you know.
Oh, yeah,
so
sure.
Let's go with Jennifer. A lot of apathy in this race for mayor between Chuck Brewer and Joe Hogsett. What do we make of that?
I think voters are tired. The national conversation is keeping folks from not getting engaged locally. I think they are not coming out. They don't see there's a lot to be engaged with, which is unfortunate because, as you just said, the council is very, very important. The mayor's race, yes, whoever wins, there will be a new mayor. With the council no longer having at-large seats on the ballot this year, makes the majority really important. No longer have those coattail seats with or without the mayor's race this year. So I think the council is what to watch.
Robin, let's turn to your reaction first. A lot of apathy here?
Well, I hope not. I hope that election night we're saying we had good turnout. And that's incumbent upon all of us to say, make sure you vote.
Does favor you?
No, I don't think so. I think it's important for our vote to come out. If you have a low turnout, you have a generally more conservative voter, an older voter, and that may not be conducive to Joe's campaign. So it's incumbent upon him to do that. But also, Kevin, we got to do things that are going to let people get access to voting. We eliminated voting centers across the county. We could not get the other party to agree to voting centers, which there are going to be 3 places to vote instead of 1. And we should extend the hours. I mean, our society is changing. Ask the people on 69 or with all the construction trying to get home in the evening. So if we had longer hours, I think we'd have more participation.
Talk to me a little bit about council, too. That was going to be the next thing. Jennifer kind of went there already. Tell me about, are these races important, and if so, why?
They're important to the future of our community because a mayor should have the opportunity to work together with the council to try to get their agenda through. There have been obstructions sometimes on our side that have slowed down Mayor Ballard and his progress, and there have been obstructions when Mayor Peterson was there. It's important that you have a good support base to move forward. People are tired of the gridlock, and I hope that people will give, at least in our case, Joe the kind of counsel he needs to move the community forward.
Jennifer, now listening to that, I know Mayor Ballard's had all kinds of trouble with the Democrat council, so when he talks about the obstruction and now he wants to work together if Joe Hogsett's elected.
Well, of course he does, because he wants to have his cake this morning before the Colts win and eat it too. And as Robin and I have known each other for many years, I think we have some very key races that we're paying close attention to. District 2, with Colleen Fanning, a local woman business owner, getting great attention. That's where you're seeing a lot of activity in the Broad Ripple area. Her opponent, incumbent Kip 2, has been a lifelong politician, so that's going to be an interesting race to watch. But then you have where we had those redistricting and Christine Scales with Pam Hickman. Pam Hickman, a currently at-large candidate. Christine Scales, that's her district. That's going to be one to watch, and I think women on election night may be the ones that make the majority.
Democrats have to hold on to this?
Well, of course they do, but you know, you're talking about individual races, and it's at the local level. In the case of, like, in Kip's race, you're talking about somebody that's very active at North Central, very involved with their alumni association. Pam Hickman is an incumbent incumbent member that, if the other party had not eliminated at-large seats, would probably be running for her at-large seat. You're going to see lots of localized issues on races. We've got some outstanding candidates at the local level, and what I'm most excited about in our party, a lot of young people running for the first time in these seats. So that's great.
That's always good to see. In other news from last week, Governor Mike Pence made a splash with his $1 billion investment in Indiana's infrastructure. Democrats say it's another example of reacting instead of acting. Jennifer, is this too little too late?
I think it was the right time. The accidents and the horrible things that happened on I-65 were nothing anybody foreseen, and to step up and to commit revenue now and to ask the legislature for support for the next 3 years, I think is commendable, and I think we should support the governor.
Am I right, Robin, though? Is this money not going to be spent until 16?
It's not going to be spent until 16, and it's not going to be spent on local roads. So, you know, if you're thinking it's going to make improvements on some of the roads inside 465, that's not going to happen.
We live in the snow belt. It's hard to do road construction in the middle of the snow, so
you know
16 coming right around the corner.
I have 2 brothers who drive truck. One of them, the oldest one, tells me, I say, what's the worst road in in the country. And he told me, well, it used to be in Louisiana. I said, where is it now? I-65 in Indiana, he says, is the worst road.
Well, you know, and there's a lot of work that needs to be.
The crossroads of America.
Well, yeah, but we need to make sure we remain the crossroads of America.
I think that's what the governor's doing.
Well, he's doing it now, but he's doing it after a lot of people said you need to do it, and after people said there's $2 billion in your surplus, and after people said that they were backed up on 65, the way you just mentioned.
Gotta let you respond.
I think it's the right time. We've had to put the dollars, make sure they were there. We didn't want to outspend our resources, and I think the governor's administration has done the right thing, and I'm looking forward to it.
I know we're wrapping up here, so I want to give you both a chance since it's game day.
Right.
Who we picking, Colts and Patriots?
Oh, the Colts all the way. And
Absolutely. And we agree.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at that.
That's right. I got my pump with me. I'm
See
taking
what
it to the
happens when
game.
Rustoven isn't here?
Peter,
It's not
for the
Colts,
Patriots.
but it is breast cancer awareness pink today that I'm wearing for
very
today.
good.
Jennifer, thank you for coming.
Thank you,
and
Kevin.
joining
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you for joining us on Indiana Insiders. We'll see you again next week. I'm Kevin Rader. Have a great week.